The resurrection of The Walking Dead is Red Dead Redemption 2 bringing about a Western renaissance. YouTuber Shirako gets banned. Pete Davidson attacks a veteran. The death of strategy guides. We finally get listener mail, and in a Patreon exclusive, President Trump bans reporter Jim Acosta. Hey, I have a lot to complain about, so let's do this.
The recently canceled podcast with Von Fry.
Hey, how goes it? I'm doing okay. If you guys are doing okay. Let's see, what have I done lately? Local city library here may have me teach stand-up comedy to teenagers next summer. It's a fairly lucrative deal if I land this. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. You know, mentor some kids, keep them off the streets, all of that stuff. Actually, they're probably just going to make me have to dance Fortnite with them. You know, I'm going to be teaching a stand-up comedy class, but accidentally sign up for a Fortnite dance tutorial. Well, anyhow, let's dive into our topics here. I watched the last episode of Rick Grimes on AMC's The Walking Dead, and this was a shockingly good episode. In fact, this season, yes, there has been some slow points, has had some refreshing moments. Okay, the first episode, not so good. We had this random kid who said, hey, I like to take care of the horses. I'm getting killed because I tried to free the horses during the zombie attack. Well, that wasn't a good episode. But then we have these like political moments where it's like, hey, someone's knocking off the saviors. Who's doing this? Okay, we have a bit of a mystery. Well, mystery, put it light. But the people who are doing it are like, hey, Maggie, when we saw that you killed Todd from Terminator 2, we realized it wasn't all Rick's rule around here. You showed us the way. That was kind of interesting shit. Well, now we have Rick Grimes is leading away a horde of zombies. Oh, I'm sorry. Walkers. He's leading them away. Only to get on some stupid horse that bucks him off. He falls on some rebar, impales himself. And now we know that with the walkers surrounding him and this being billed as his last episode, we're going to be shown a lot of either flashbacks or bullshit reimaginings of prior scenes so he can like go to some kind of alternate realm. You know, it's like he's in heaven and he's talking to Herschel. You know, Scott Wilson died recently. He's talking to John Bethnal, what's his name? You know, his buddy there. For some reason, Sasha's there. I don't think that they were that close, but what have you. Could they not get, I guess they couldn't get Carl or what's her name, Sarah Wayne Callies, his wife. Wouldn't that have been more pertinent to his character? What do I know? I couldn't get them. But this episode, so much of it, I was going like, Futurama did it better. Remember when Leela had some kind of condition, like maybe she's knocked out, and she kept thinking she was getting through it, but then someone would be like, it'd be like Fry, he'd be like, hey, wake up. Just wake up. That's what they were doing. They're like, hey, wake up, Rick. Snap out of it. We just wasted a shitload of time padding out this episode. They add more. These episodes, it says they run like an hour and 8 minutes. All of that is more commercial. It's not, hey, we gave you a supersized episode of The Walking Dead. No, it's not that. It's we packed in more commercials, and that's what's happened. So not only do we have him slowly crawling away from zombies, getting back on this horse that he had no business being on, and falling asleep in the process so he can have another dream sequence telling him it's okay to give up and get killed because he tried. Well, I tried my best, and gosh darn it, people like me. We have that kind of stuff happening here on The Walking Dead. He gets to the end of the bridge. For reasons that beyond my comprehension, there's loose dynamite on the bridge. They just constructed this bridge, and there's dynamite on the bridge in a box. Why is this an issue? Well, for one, the saviors are not allowed to have freaking guns. But we're going to leave loose dynamite about? the hell? Rick has the walkers are all over him. His friends finally show up, this time for reals. Daryl, with auto aim, takes out headshots on all of these walkers surrounding Rick. Rick's really banged up. He fires his Colt Python at the dynamite, blows up the bridge and himself, and we're like giving our little sad moment here. Michonne's sad, or Daryl's sad, everybody's sad. Oh, but also in the episode, we had this thing that seemingly wasn't too terribly related. Anne/Jadis is summoning a helicopter for extraction. She had spared the life of Preacher Guy, and she just wants out of Dodge. Well, as this helicopter's coming by, it's like, hey, look, I don't have a hostage. I was supposed to negotiate. You bring a hostage, you get to come back to whatever. I don't understand her scenario. Hey, I left some civilization upstart to go be the trash lady. Is that cool? Doesn't make a lot of sense. But she sees Rick, who has washed up ashore where she's at, I guess. And he's bleeding pretty. Rick is surviving this shit like Daniel Craig at the beginning of Skyfall. So she's like, hey, bring a chopper. I've got it was an A or a B, I can't remember. I gotta help my friend, and so he gets on the chopper, and she's like, "Hey, we're helping you." It's like a fully kitted up medical chopper, I guess. It's this thing. It's got the IV in him and everything, and they're taking him into a city. And that way, we've had the last episode of Rick Grimes, but we didn't kill off Rick Grimes. Then, here's where the plot thickens, guys. We're treated to a scene of some survivors taking on some walkers in a field next to, I think, some train cars? I don't know, storage containers. And there's this girl talking off camera, like, come over here to the forest, whatever. And then the people get to her, and I guess they're led by some chick who has a chest tattoo. And I'll tell you this. Chest tattoos are the new tramp stamp. I'm seeing them on way too many girls, and they're hideous. There is no good chest tattoo, ladies. None. Anyhow, they're like, hey, who are you? And the girl walks forward, picks up a hat that had no business being on the ground, and guess what? It's Coral's hat. It's Rick Grimes' sheriff hat. She picks it up, puts it on. I'm Judith Grimes. She has a katana. She got a rifle. This is the child of the zombie apocalypse. We have now flashed forward without explanation. I didn't say 5 years later. It's like at least 5 years later. Could this be 8? Are they going to say this is 10 years? I don't know. But then we have a preview for the next 3 episodes. What we've got here, we have a new showrunner. I think she's an Asian chick, guys. And she's actually taking some liberties with what's to come of the show. It seems like things are booking it. We have a preview for 3 episodes, not just next time on AMC's The Walking Dead. Here's people looking shocked. Uh-oh, some walkers. Here's people looking angry at each other. Again. What are you going to do? Do-do-do-do-do. Ba-doom. It wasn't like that. It looks like, hey, things have changed. The old lady Carol, she's got long hair now. So it's on, like Donkey Kong, right? I'm kind of excited to see where this goes. We're treading a lot of new ground here. I suppose everybody who had a role up till Rick's disappearance has been largely unaffected. Maybe the girl that put on all the weight, maybe she died somewhere in between and we never even saw it. Like, that'd be kind of funny. Like, oh, your character's so bad you died during a time jump. Like, that would be awesome. I think that we may have saved The Walking Dead. Well, I wouldn't say we, but you know what I'm saying. This new Asian chick showrunner. Rick Grimes is going to go on to star in 3, I suppose, made-for-TV Walking Dead movies. It's when another series would be dying and on its last breath, The Walking Dead says, screw that. We're going to double down. We got the Fear the Walking Dead's not doing so hot, but hey, we added a guy you like from this show here. You continue his venture. That's how we get you into that show. On top of that, here's some made-for-TV movies. I'm assuming they're made for TV. I don't see a lot of details right now. But with the zombie fever dying off, I would think this isn't going to be theatrical. But they may test that. Oh, hey, you can come see it in IMAX a week before it premieres on... because that was such a hit for Marvel's Inhumans that we have to try that shit, right? This is a lot of surprises. We were expecting a Rick Grimes death, instead we got more shit. In other news, people from YouTube may want to hear about late. Red Dead Redemption 2 is selling very well. How well is it selling? Well, I'm not going to give you a dollar figure. I'm going to go one better by not doing the research and writing shit down. That's the kind of journalisming one would expect from a Von Fry channel, right? It had the second best media launch ever. The second best media launch. That's not among video games, though. Spoilers. Number one is a video game. Think of a movie. Oh, hey, we're going to go see Avengers. It's going to make a lot of money this weekend. No, not like this. Nobody makes money like this. You go see a movie, and yeah, they've jumped them prices up. You're paying $15-$30 in some cases. You ain't paying $60. $60 for day one Red Dead Redemption 2 money. This game had the second best media launch of all, behind only sister franchise Grand Theft Auto and Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, I've said before that it's interesting that Grand Theft Auto 5 this summer was the second best-selling video game. A game that has been out for 5 years is flying off the shelf. Why? I couldn't really tell you. This would be the equivalent to Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island is available, and yet everybody wants Super Mario Bros. 3. That's how weird that is. Well, is there a possibility that with this sudden interest in Westerns, that we're bringing back the Western in a way? HBO seems to think so, because just days after it's announced how well the figures were on Red Dead Redemption 2's release. By the way, last time I picked up a game, games were released on Tuesdays. Now I guess it's a Friday thing. I don't think they really want to compete with movies like that. Maybe this was an outlier. I'm not sure what the whole scenario here is, or what they're counting the release window. Maybe now it's a weekend total. I don't know. That's part of why I didn't throw in the numbers here. GTA 5 was a Tuesday thing. HBO's like, look, Westerns are cool now. We got a kind of Western going. We got Westworld. It has West in the title. It's mostly futuristic shit, but whatever. What else can we do to double down on the Western thing? Oh, I know. We'll bring back Deadwood and make a Deadwood film. Except now, what's his name? Shane McShane or the guy's like 80 years old. Like, you're gonna have to get this shit in production fast, dudes. It seems to be hinting that the Wild West is going to be a thing in 2019. We may see more films come up, Westerns. They're probably going to be more popcorn and less Unforgiven. But I also am looking at this with the glass half empty goggles. See, the way I'm seeing it, the success of Red Dead Redemption 2 is not all that astonishing. Okay, you made a game that's an open world game from Rockstar. The last one you had was the biggest game ever. Now you have like a 5-year production window here. It takes so long to do this. You're not shelling these out like Call of Duties and Maddens. There's a certain anticipation factor to this. It's not oh, hey, it's another Assassin's Creed again. Assassin's Creed's running out of stuff to knock off. Like, aren't they in Egypt now? Assassin's Creed Caveman, is that coming around the corner? What I'm saying here is the fact that it didn't sell better than Grand Theft Auto 5 tells me you can only get so far with Westerns. That no matter what, Wild West does not resonate with hip-hop culture like a modern urban setting. Think about this. What do black people do when they play a video game, besides kill other black people? Oh no, he had to say it. They bling out their ride. What are you going to do? You're going to put some chrome 20s on your wagon in Red Dead Redemption 2? You're going to get a new paint scheme for your horse? And besides, 20s is not going to suffice on a wagon. Those things are monstrous. What are they, 40 or 50s? Look, this may be a bad signal for everybody trying to get into the Wild West now. Like, hey, the Wild West is cool now. No, it's not. The hip-hop culture dictates what is going to be popular with the youths. There's shitty music turned out all the time. But the tastemakers tell you it's cool, and now you think it's cool. There are so many terrible rappers. So many. We're heading into Christmas, and all we have is bad wrapping paper. But it's not something of quality. It's not aiming the culture in the right direction. Yeah, it's the deciding factor for so many things. Is the embrace of Red Dead Redemption 2 a rebuttal to this? Is this a kickback to, hey, we don't need fancy rappers telling us who to vote for. We're going to go to the Wild West, olden times, yeah, where you can hang out with the KKK and punch the feminists, where you can do these kind of things. Is it a kickback there? No, because it's not even as strong as the GTA 5. And I don't think anybody who bought these games was voting for a lifestyle. I'm simply saying that GTA 6, if it can survive in this political climate, 2018, it's going to be probably 2020 when it comes out. We're going to have to soften up a bit because that game is fodder for, I'm upset, I declare we need an apology, we have a boycott. That's what GTA 6 is going to be all up in. You're going to have the SJW snowflakes as actual NPCs you can torture in that game.